it's your girl B.FREE. Of course, I'm coming to you today with money-saving tips. Now, what we're going to talk about is just general tips, things that can save you time and money. The first tip is anytime you buy a pair of shoes, wear them first around the house. We know that you try them on in the store, but the difference is once you walk, depending on your body frame, your weight, and how you step, the shoes can feel differently when you wear them. It may be too tight or maybe some rubbing. And this goes for women and children and men alike. Wear your shoes around the house just during your daily activities to see how they actually feel. Now, the tip part of it is the fact that if they don't feel right or something is not right about them, you can actually take them back to the store for an exchange or a refund, whereas if you wear them out and find out they don't fit right on your foot, then of course you're not able to take the shoe back. So I'm saving you time and money. And also it goes without saying that you do the same with tennis shoes, because there could be something that's inside that's rubbing or something that's just not quite right about a tennis shoe, and you can find that out by wearing it around the house. So that is a tip that you should always follow. Tip number 2 is bring the item that you're trying to match up or take a picture of it. Now, if it's an article of clothing, sure, you can just throw that in a bag and take it along with you. But obviously, I'm not going to take a shoe around. But this is the age of technology. If you just take a picture of the shoe, just take a picture with your camera phone and take it with you, believe it or not, this shoe has a lot of colors and you would think that it would be easy to match up. Well, every time I got to the store, I literally couldn't remember all the colors in the shoe. So I snapped a picture of it and then I was able to match it up perfectly. So bring the article of clothing or take a picture of it if you're trying to match a particular outfit. Tip number 3 is always place your money facing in the same direction. And you may think, well gosh, that doesn't really make a lot of sense. But this is from my banking days. I learned this early on. You can better keep up with your money when it's facing the right way. So that means you're turning the head of the money the same way. And not only do you do that, but you actually put the money up before you walk away from the counter. How many times have you seen someone grab the purse and just dump the money in, or a gentleman that just stuffs it in your pocket? That is a surefire way to lose money and or to forget how much money you should have. So if you don't know how much you have from the beginning and then you throw it in your purse or in your wallet or just in your pocket, then you don't know that you're missing money anyway. How many people have said, oh, I found money in my jeans or in the washing machine? Well, that's never happened to me because I always keep up with my money. And facing it the right way helps to keep your money organized. Tip number 4, always place your keys in the same place. So that means, again, if you're in a line, you've got your keys, put them in the same place. If it's a side pocket in your purse or actually in a bag on a key ring, of course, but put your keys in the same place. Do the same thing when you come into the house. Put your keys in the same place. But I have a bit of a caveat. Do not have your keys displayed by the door with them all labeled. Volvo, Lexus, Toyota, front door, back door, because we unfortunately don't want anything to happen where someone breaks into your home and they go, oh, somebody left me a present. They're telling me every car and then where they are and which car it is. So I suggest not hanging your keys up somewhere in the house. If you do that, don't label them so folks won't know. I really don't suggest you do it at all, but that's just another side tip. Another tip is to place all of your passcodes either on, I do like a green piece of construction paper because it's easy for me to find. And I write everything down, my passwords and usernames for different bank accounts. And this is the age of technology, as I mentioned, and almost everyone wants you to set up a username and password. So it's hard to even keep up with all those things. And God forbid anything happens to a significant other, you don't have access to those codes. So you can write them all down and place them somewhere safe, like a safe deposit box, or perhaps a safe if you have it in your home. Or another idea is to take just a plain address book. And for instance, maybe for Chase, under the C's, you would actually put the account number, or maybe the last 4 digits of the account number, and your username and password, so someone that needs to get access to your account information can do that in case of emergency or otherwise. Now, I know people like to have different things set up on their computer or their phone, but that depends on your comfort level in terms of, is that safe, is that secure, and we cannot discount the fact that pen and paper works really well. It always has. So having a backup pen and paper system is a good idea. Now another tip is to make a list of all of your assets and liabilities. It's a way for you to keep up too, because oftentimes you have a job, you may start another job, you may either keep that 401k money with that job or take it somewhere else, and things get lost in the shuffle. So it's a good idea to take stock, no pun intended, on all the things that you own and putting them together on a spreadsheet. Again, in the unlikely, hey, and this is going to happen to everyone, but the untimely passing or whatever that may happen, some emergency, you want someone to have access to all of your assets and where they are and what avenues they're in, and so it's a good idea to do that. Another tip is your food coupons. Now this was just a little dollar item that I picked up, and I keep this on the side door of each car. And so I just drop my food coupons in here, and that's a way for you to remember them, because oftentimes you clip them, you leave them on the counter, or you clip them and you forget once you actually get to the restaurant. So this is a really good idea, because if you keep it on the side panel, the side door, then you can always remember your coupons. And then last little free tip of the day is to have some type of organizer for your receipts. So what I do is I keep the receipt in my purse, and then when I put it in the checkbook, I put it in a temporary drawer, and then once everything clears from the account, then I move it from the drawer to an organizer. And this is, again, just a cheap, inexpensive item, I should say. I shouldn't say cheap, inexpensive item that I picked up, and it already has the alphabet there. So you can easily follow your receipts. Ross, for instance, is under the R's. And so it's easy to file everything away. And of course, I purge this periodically. I usually wait till the end of the year. But if you shop a lot, then this can get pretty thick. So you might want to go through it and throw away the receipts that you obviously won't need or use because you've already worn the item, it's already cleared your account. It would be safe to throw those away. So again, those are my tips for the day on ways to save time and money, and stay tuned for many more ways to save time and money, and also my website coming soon. So thanks so much. Bye-bye.